Many one organization is
Okay, good evening. Okay, good evening. Okay, good evening, everyone. Please kindly confirm if you can hear me. I need to confirm if
Your
my
audio
audio
is
is
okay.
audible before we proceed.
Your audio is
Hello?
your audio is okay. Do you hear me?
Okay, yes, I hear you, sir.
All right. I muted everybody to remove. So when we need responses from the others, I will unmute them.
Sir, I get that. Sorry, sir, I didn't get that, sir.
I said I muted everybody until it's necessary to get them to speak. Then I will allow people to be unmuted. For now, all the are muted except the co-hosts. So if you want any of the facilitators that they come in, make them co-hosts so they can speak when it's their turn to speak. And then when it's time for now unmute everybody.
Sir, okay. Just a minute.
Did you hear that?
I said, I don't have the host right now. I think Mr. King will be able to do that.
So are you co-host now, or you are co-host, right?
Yes, Mr. King, main host here.
Let me make you co-host then if you are not co-host.
No, I'm co-host, but co-host will not be to make others co-host except the host.
No, co-host can, why not? I made several people co-host already today.
Okay. Okay.
So as the facilitators come in, make each of them co-hosts.
Although I've confirmed that and I don't have access to make others co-host.
Right, I think we can start. We have a good number to start. Barakat, are you there? You can start.
Hello? Can you hear me? Is the audio coming through now?
Barakat, can you please come back in as yourself? For all the facilitators, please, you need to have your videos on. Use your virtual backgrounds if you need to. Your background that may be appropriate, but we need to have videos for all facilitators who participating in this session.
Okay, how about now? Is my audio better now?
Yeah, your video needs to be.
Okay, good evening, everyone. We can commence over now. Yes, and kickstart now. Everyone, I welcome you all to the 2020 Masterclass Diploma Program. It's Baraka Suleiman, and I before. My pleasure to be here again this evening. First and foremost, I really want to congratulate everyone who has enrolled for management diploma course.
Barakat, can you take
Yes.
a pause? Please take a pause for a minute. Your network is not very good. You have to change your position. Just stop for a second. Ella is coming downstairs.
Okay.
Looks like you have to relocate upstairs. So if you can take a pause for a minute and change your locations to the upstairs office, it may be helpful. Everyone will be starting in a minute. You just have to take care of the network situation with Barakat. So in a minute, she'll be back in and we'll be starting. Thank you. Can we please ask the facilitators to have their videos on? Everyone else may be able to. All right, everyone. It's seats are almost filling up in this session. We will drop a link for the YouTube access to this session on the chat now, so that you can share that with your colleagues and your friends and your network, so that in case they come in and these seats are full, they can any of those channels. Akin, can you please drop the link for the YouTube on the chat here, so that we can all pick them up and drop them in our groups where we want people to join from. Thank you. I've seen it in the chat now, so you can pick up that chat, YouTube link, and drop it in for your colleagues in your various groups, so that they can join us on YouTube in this session. Barakat, are we ready to roll now? Okay. Okay, so just a few more seats. We have just about 3 more seats. So please kindly pick up the YouTube link and share that extensively, so that
Listen to me. Can you?
yes,
Thank you for coming.
yes, you are
Okay,
up
thank you.
and running. Thank you.
Okay. Good evening once again, everyone. I welcome you all to the 22nd edition of the Facilities Management Masterclass Diploma Course Orientation Session. It's a pleasure to be here again this evening. First and foremost, I really want to congratulate everyone who has already enrolled for this program. And for those who are yet to enroll, there's still room for registration. It is very important to know that for everyone who has enrolled for this program, they have actually, given another room for them to enhance their skills and, better their career in the field of facilities management. I need to give you some level of comfort that for this program, you rest assured that acquire full depth knowledge about facility management, as well as practical skills that will make you competent in the field of facilities management. If you look around us today in the dynamic workplace environment, you see that only competent people can manage and can be on top of their games, and that's why this program has been designed for people who work within the facilities management environment. Also need to let you know that throughout this course of this program, you have opportunity to learn from industry experts. You'll be able to engage on hands-on skills experience in the field of facilities management. Um, for those who are still sitting on the fence, I'm sure that after this brief session, you'll be able to make up your mind that this is a training you shouldn't miss out on. We have list of agendas we'll be working on, so that can be guided with this for the course of the program. But first on my list, I think we should have the MD's welcome address in person of Mr. Paul Erubami. After then, we then have introduction from the faculty members. Okay, now over to you, sir. Excuse me. Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, you can please go on, Barakat. Your audio is okay now.
Okay, so I think we'll start with the very first thing on our agenda here, which is the MD's welcome address from our MD Max-Migold Limited, in person of Mr. Paul Erubami. Over to you, sir. Hmm. Yeah. Sam, I can't hear you. I'm not sure if I'm the only one.
See, okay, sorry about that. I think I was muted. How about now? Okay,
Yes.
excellent. So thank you everyone for being here. This is a momentous occasion for us. We are starting off the 22nd batch of the Facility Management Mastercraft diploma program, and we've come a long way. We're running at least 3 uh, cohorts every year since we started, and we're excited to be taking this last one for the year 2024. It's a great time to be learning and making a difference in a profession that is so young and so greenfield, so available for us to play pioneering roles and excel in. I'm looking forward to this session. There will be a lot to learn. I also learn on a daily basis, and I look forward to contributing to your career growth and prospects in the industry. Thank you very much for being here.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for that beautiful welcome address. Thank you very much, sir. Next on the agenda, we would like to meet each and every member of the faculty of the Facilities Management Master course. I mentioned earlier that in the course of this program, you have opportunity to learn from industry experts. So whatever challenge, whatever problem you have in the field of facilities management, rest assured to get solutions to it. And also need to let you know that at Max-Migold, we have decided to, provide this facilities management training for people who are interested in facilities management, or even those who are already working as facility managers, so that you can have a better understanding of facilities management and the latest industry trends. And we need to also have this confidence even before completing the program or after completing the program, on how you can implement best practices in the field of facilities management. We want you to hear from each of our faculty members. I think I'll just call one after the other so that you can hear from them, their introduction, their background, which field they specialize in, and the courses they will be taking also on as well. So very first on my list, Mr. Obiora, were you there? Okay. Okay, let me call on Mr. Abel, okay? Okay, that's not for me. Let me call on Mr. Abel. Mr. Abel, Yorio, please, you can go ahead with your introduction and brief background of the courses you'll be taking in the FMMC course. I think some of the faculty members are having issues joining. The class is almost shooting.
One second. Did you make them co-host?
No, I don't have access. I don't have right to make calls, to make anyone post there.
One second.
Well, I have Mr. Emmanuel on the call already. I have Mr. Abel. Please, faculty members present, can you signify with the hand raise option? So that way, can make you post.
Okay. So who is the host of the meeting now? Is it me or Akin?
And that's actually Akin.
Akin, can you make the facilitators co-host right now? I used to think when I'm a co-host, I can make other co-hosts.
Please, I would want all faculty members present to signify with the hand raise option. Okay, I see Mr. Obiora, but your name here is the Oracle. No, we'd have to change that. So I just want to use this opportunity to tell everyone else present on the call, please kindly rename yourself for proper identity. Thank you.
Thank you for meeting me.
I can hear you, Mr. Obiora.
Hello.
Mr. Obiora, I can hear you. Okay.
Yes, your audio is coming through.
Can you hear me now?
Have you made Engineer Ejiro co-host as well? Let's just make all of them co-hosts at once, so that when you call them, they are able to speak. Obiora, yes, Obiora, your audio is okay, but just give a second. Let Akin confirm to us that all the facilitators are co-hosts. We have Abel or Yorove, make him co-host. Engineer Odibo Ejiro, make him co-host. Mr. Obiora will make him co-host. But Mr. Obiora, please rename yourself on screen. It's showing as the Oracle. Just change it to your name.
All right.
Click on more and edit it to your name. We have Mrs. Elizabeth Emekba, make her co-host. We have Engineer Fisaya Animashan making co-host. Who else do we have among our faculty? We have Architect Osieg, please make him co-host. His name is well identified there. Who else do we have? Barakala, have you identified all the faculty members here?
Yeah, all others are still trying to join. The room is
Okay. Okay. In that case, we can now start. Let's go on with Mr. Obiora.
Yeah, I'm trying to rename.
Okay, great. And then for all those of us who are, have you made Engineer Jiro co-host, Akin? And then we also have Engineer Kiola Emmanuel. He's joining us well, making co-host as well. Okay, if you can make the Max-Migold admin team here co-host as well, so that they can help to mute everyone who are not muted. Can we all stay muted, please?
Okay, good evening, all.
Yes. But 1 second, Mr. Obiora. There are some very, very noisy backgrounds here. We need to be sure everybody can mute themselves. Let's find out who is not muted. Okay, so If everyone
Yeah,
is muted, then is Mr. Ose here?
Yes,
Okay, make Mr. Osewobu a co-host as well. I can. Okay. So, and then make some Max-Migold team members here co-host so that they can be picking out whoever is not muted and mute them. I believe we also mute people who are having noise from their background so we can have a good session. Okay. All right. All right, let's go on then. Thank you.
Okay, good evening all. Are we good to go?
Yes, sir. Yes, your audio is loud and clear, sir.
Okay, good evening all. This is Mr. Obiora Anyanwu, one of the facilitators, and Max-Migold. Max-Migold is one of the best institutions that prepares manpower in Nigeria as far as facilities managers concerned. And we are happy to have the new members of the family today. Should we call today induction course or induction day?
Yeah.
Whichever one, you are very, very
Yes.
welcome. And facilities managers or facilities, naturally your license are your hammer and your screwdrivers. But I'm somebody among the team who will be taking you more through a more or less theoretical aspect of it and the importance of having this kind of theoretical aspects reviewed within the facilities management environment. Because most of us, facilities managers, these are aspects or departments that we overlook, but are very, very important. Now, it is normal and practical that we facility manager, we don't like writing and all that, but we like, physical activity. We like things that we do with our hands. But the courses I'm going to take you through are courses that makes it not only mandatory, but brings out the importance of you taking pen to paper as a facility manager or a facility personnel. And the two courses are: one, regulatory requirements and building codes, and two, procurement and contract management. Totally hard copy based. And in these two courses, I'm going to try as much as possible to impress on you the importance of doing this. There have been situations where you say procurement and contract management, and somebody tells you, "But I'm not a lawyer, and I'm not that." Yes, the same way you undertake things like a financial management, a facility management, when you are not an accountant or a financial expert. But by the time you go through these courses, you come to find out the importance, the relevance, the why it is important for you to have even just there's something called yes sir answer to an issue, meaning you have a little bit idea of it. And once you have a little bit idea of it, you will come to appreciate the importance of it to the job you do. So under regulatory requirements and building codes, these are minimum legal standards, standard requirements for buildings and non-building structures. So long as it's not something you're doing within your own cocoon, it's going to be something either visible or going to be there out in the society. There are regulatory requirements, legal requirements, and codes guiding these things. No matter how small the structure, even a Malam's kiosk in front of the house is a structure. There are rules and regulations guiding that. If only some of us can be a little bit explorative in the society or in the environment, you would have noticed, especially those of us in Lagos, how active the Lagos state government has become nowadays in demolishing structures and all that. We shout left and right here, but an organized society has to follow the rules. You can't even become organized if you don't follow the rules and regulations. Now, the main thing that links the architectural, mechanical, and other designs of a building are the regulatory requirements and the building codes that guides them. And why building codes? you come to learn that it's important not only because of the aestheticsness of the building or the structure, it directs and leads and helps you and the society safety-wise, health-wise, security-wise, and most importantly, welfare of all. It does not matter. Yes, it is your building. You use your money to build it and everything, but it affects everybody. While not giving you the full lecture here, let me just give you a little bit example. When you build...
In fact, you have given more than the full lecture. I believe Baraka should have told you that you have just 1.5 minutes.
Oh, to
90
introduce
seconds.
us. Okay, let me run so that when you come for the next, my boss is telling me not to leave the whole diet here. So under required building codes, you would start like national building codes, international building codes, and then the model building codes, which are more or less local building codes, not really local, but the originating point of that code, where it came from. Is it an institution? Is it even your local government? You will understand in this course. Under the same regulatory requirements and building codes, you will get to know how do you become a building plan examiner. You see, we are even moving to making you double professionals, not only as a facilities manager, but to help you to even specialize if you want. Requirements and enforcement will teach you. Building classification, is it residential, commercial, as assembly, church, whatever. Regulatory requirements will take you through that. Come to it, energy efficient. Even your own personal home. Nowadays, that even the prepaid meter itself is running crazy. You have no choice than to know energy efficiency and how it affects the regulatory requirements and how it affects not only the building, whatever you are managing as a facility manager, then building maintenance standards and the purpose, objectives for building standards. All this will cover under regulatory requirements and building codes, either virtually or in person at our lecture center in Unilag. The next one to that is the procurement and contract management, which is simply the value for money. How? When you come, you find out. But it's actually getting the right product at the right time, at the right price. Simple as sure, both regulatory requirements and building codes and procurement contract and management goes directly to wanting profit and loss of what you're managing. Whether you like it or not, you have to put on paper, your department has to show that you are contributing to the success of the firm. Under procurement contract and management, we are going to procurement. You hear procurement, most people don't know the difference between procurement and purchase. But here you will learn the process an organization reaches contract for the exchange of goods and services. You learn purchasing, the act of specifically buying of goods, services, and ordering for them. The same procurement contract management, you are going to learn target of PCM, procurement management, is to simply talk, or you nailing, you a facility manager, the hammer and nail guy, you know the profit and loss of what you're hammering and what you're nailing. Outright purchase or higher purchase comes under this, will give you the difference when you come. The in-house sourcing or outsourcing of goods and services, why are you employed? Why are you not a consultant to the firm? We'll let you know at that. Procurement processes, like identifying the need, all the way to the award of the contract itself. Tenders, approval, procedures, contract awards, criteria, etc. There are types of contracts also that will take you through. Negotiation, variation, execution, etc. All you need is to be here. You are at the right place to get all this. Evaluation performance, contract fraud, mark that. Dispute resolution, because you are dealing with procurement contract and management. Dispute resolution will definitely come in so long as you start writing pen on paper for contract. Thank you very much, and you're welcome on board.
Thank you very much.
Thank
you so much, Mr. Obiora, for that introduction. Thank you so much.
I'm out.
I think for every faculty member, I think that just 1 to 2 minutes to give us the introduction, so that session. Thank you so much, Mr. Obiora, once again. Okay, next I would like to call on Architect O.C. Ibiaya for introduction. Over to you, sir. Architect O.C. Okay, If Architect Osegba is not ready, let me call on Engineer Emmanuel Akinola for his introduction. Engineer Emmanuel Akinola, over to you, sir.
Hello, Barakat.
Yes, good evening, sir.
Can you please confirm you can hear me?
Yes, loud and clear, sir.
Okay. Yeah, my name is Engineer.
Go ahead, sir.
A facilitator with the Max-Migold. For this 7MC course, we'll be taking us on asset management, facility condition assessment, and I'll be taking us on plumbing, water treatment plant, sewage treatment plant. And by and large, you are taking the right step, but making that right step right depends on you not just only attending this introductory section of this program alone. You just have to take another step further to make sure you enroll for this course, because so far so good. I can categorically tell you that we have recorded nothing less than over 99% success of our students, and students who have graduated from Max-Migold, one way or the other, they spend little or no time after their graduation to get a very valuable employment. This is the right place for you to come, and I can assure you, you won't regret coming to study with us. And take it with you. We have experts in the industry, people who have been in facility management for nothing less than 10 to 20 years. It's not that you're actually coming here to like learn theoretically alone. People are here to share their practical experience with you. So let me just say you're much welcome. Virtually or physically, we shall be seeing each other when it comes to asset management and what is the importance and the role of asset management when it comes to facility management. What is even your actual role as a facility management when it comes to asset management? Because I know you'll be saying that, oh, fine, I'm not an asset manager. Then what is the purpose of your facility condition assessment? What role does it play in facility management? Then how do you run a successful facility without a water, without a quality water for the end users? At the same time, the scope of plumbing, facility management, and also what is the essence of sewage treatment plant as far as facility management is concerned. Either you are running an estate, you are running a lettable space, you are in power industry, you are in aviation industry, you are in oil and gas industry, facility management is very, very key. So I look forward to seeing as many as possible by the time the class actually kick off. So we have a lot of things to study together. Thank you once again. My name is Engineer. Bye.
Okay, thank you very much, Engineer Emmanuel Akinola, for that welcome. Thanks so much for that. So that we can really cover up what we have on the agenda. Let me call on Architect Osegba. Mr. Architect Osegba, ready now?
Okay, good evening all. I hope you can hear me. My name is Osegba here, and I'm an architect. I'm one of the facilitators for this program, and I'm quite excited to be here this evening to be partaker of this education program. In the business of architecture and in the beauty industry for about 20 years now. We have experiences in different parts of the building industries in favor working in different aspects of the industry. We have taken the few courses. I'll be taking building fabric and structural maintenance. One of the courses I'll take project management, facility project management, and then we'll also look at space management and space planning and move management. Looking at those three courses through the course of the training, and we'll just at the end of this total package that we are into, you surely have gained enough knowledge to help you in your furthering your career as a facility manager, and to get much more than just theoretical classes, but physical experiences, and from our wealth of experiences, we'll be able to make sure the classes are interactive and things that you can relate with. Thank you very much for having.
Okay. All right, thank you so much, Architect Osebiaye, for that introduction. Thank you so much. Again, I think I just need to give all registered students some level of comfort about the facility management course. Like I mentioned earlier, that throughout your program with us, you have opportunities to interact directly with industry experts, and even after you must have completed the program, our faculty members are always available to profile you solutions to whatever challenges you have in your facility, mentoring session, as well as networking with like-minded people in the field of facilities management. We really need to wrap up the facilitator's introduction session, the next 20 minutes thereabouts. Next, let's hear from Engineer Odibo Ejiro. Engineer Odibo Ejiro, yes, over to you, sir.
Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, loud and clear, sir. We can't hear you. We can't hear you again.
Okay, hello, good evening, everyone. Hello.
Okay, good evening, sir.
Do you hear me? Before
Yes,
we get
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, we can hear
Yeah,
you.
we can hear you. Good evening.
Just check with everyone to put on their names on their screen. We want to be able to identify everyone in the room. We have it's a Xiaomi 2011 7R8 that will be removed now, a Techno AI5K. We need to remove anyone that is not identifiable as a person, because people outside who are trying to get into the meeting who couldn't get in. So we'll be removing all those who don't name themselves properly, please. It's in everybody's interest to know who is in this session, please. So please rename your screen and identify you properly. Thank you so much. All right, go on, Engineer Ejiro.
Is it clear?
Yes, go ahead. Engineer Ejiro, you can go ahead.
Can't hear you.
Your audio
Can't
is
hear you, Engineer Ejiro.
We are able to hear you.
Yes, can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yes,
clearly.
yes, it's clear now.
Yes.
Engineer, you are muted, please.
I'll be taking you HVAC maintenance. So a lot of facility managers looking for courses that they need to take, courses that will make them different from others. Some going for masters and this, but no practical experience. Facility management is not something you read. It's something you need to experience and you need to practicalize. It is from that practical you acquire a lot of experience. So I will be taking you the importance of HVAC maintenance. HVAC maintenance has to do with air conditioning system. It has to do with your chiller system. It has to do with your VRF, your split unit. How do you convert this asset to something useful and retain your customer, your client within the same building? Any building you go into without air conditioning system, the value of that building definitely go down. If you go to an asset and the AC are not working properly, you see the value of that asset go down. How do we need to maintain this AC? Will be explained in class. The basic components of air conditioning system will be maintained. Then how to reduce the cost coming from HVAC system needs to be maintained. You will hear a lot of stories about people going to put air conditioning in bigger stadium, bigger this. How do they ensure that this thing is sustained? It is the attitude of the FM, the attitude of the manager in charge. keeping that thing working for a long time is what makes it very useful. So you'll be learning all these little tricks you need to put to fine-tune yourself from just an FM to a more experienced FM. So I'll welcome you to the class. You'll meet me either physical or practical in class. So it's a pleasure to meet you all.
Right. Thank you so much, Engineer Ejiro Dibo, for that introduction. Thank you so much for that. And I'm sure students are also looking forward to meeting you in class. Okay, next, I want to call on Mr. Abel Yoriobe. Mr. Abel, over to you, sir. Thank you.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Mr. Paul. Good evening, faculty. Good evening to students. My name is Abel Iyoriori. I'm one of the facilitators in Max-Migold for almost 6 years now. Yeah, about 6 years now. So my role as a facilitator is to take you building electrical maintenance. So without electricity, your building, whatever you put in, will not give you the comfort that you desire. So in this course, you're going to learn the various sources of electricity, why you should go for the one you want to go for, the importance of equipment maintenance, ranging from transformer, generators, earthing system in the facility. So if proper maintenance is not kept or not observed, your building will run at a very high cost. So all of this we are going to be getting from this class so that it will better position you in the field of facility management and also drive down the cost of your facility. We'll see in class, physically and online. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ibe, for that. I think we have 7 minutes to wrap up this introduction. Okay, quickly, I'll call on Mr. Osel Wobu. Yes, Osel Mugabe. Over to you, sir. Okay, if Mr. Osel is not available, I'll call on Mrs. Elizabeth Enifa. Yes, over to you, ma'am.
Okay, can you hear me, please?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay, thank you. Good evening, everyone. My name is Mrs. Elizabeth Emepa, and I'll be taking you facility cleaning and hygiene. Okay, we're going to hear a lot about facility, taking care of our equipment, taking care of giving our occupants comfort. Okay, basically giving our occupants comfort in cleaning. All right. We're going to talk about how to train our custodians, our janitors. So cleaning is not just only what we do in our facilities, okay? Also in our homes, in our churches, everywhere we find ourselves, cleaning plays a very vital role in our environment. So we're going to learn about that and how to ensure that these things are done properly, okay? We're going to talk about the strategies of cleaning. Do we just start from the bottom to the top or from the top to the bottom? What are those things? What are those rightful equipments we need to have when we are considering cleaning as an occupation? And also, is my audio coming in?
Yes, got it.
Okay, and also rendering as a service. We're also going to look at hygiene. What role does hygiene play in this, in cleaning? How should we ensure that those out there, they are properly equipped, okay, with their the rightful PPEs when engaging in services. We have hospitals and cleaning are done in hospitals, cross-contamination, germs and all that, how to ensure that these people are not exposed to such. Excuse me. We're also going to talk about housekeeping in our home, because it's our home. How is it kept? Arranging of properties, okay? When you have some of our stuffs, we need to keep, how are these things properly taken care of, okay? We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about pest control system. How often do we fumigate our site? How often do we fumigate our home? When fumigating, what kind of chemicals do we use? What kind of equipment do we use to ensure that we don't inhale those things? So we're going to talk about that and how to ensure that we don't have rats and cockroaches in our facilities, in our homes, and where we find ourselves. We're going to talk about waste management. Today, I was telling someone the only thing I know that works in Nigeria today is recycling of plastics. And it goes a long way. We spend a lot of billions of money, okay, trying to do recycling and segregation, okay, segregation. But at the end, we'll see this, our beautiful Loma truck, they'll just come and add everything together and boom. The only thing is medical waste that are not added to the general waste. So we're going to talk about segregation of waste and how we can even generate funds, right? In countries, all these things, we generate funds from there, how we can ensure that we do the right thing at dispose our waste rightfully, okay? So we're going to talk about health and safety lastly. How does this affect our health? What are those things we go through, the stress we go through in ensuring that we get our jobs done? How should we take care of ourselves, okay? So it's a full package, I would say. As the time goes on, we're going to learn more, and would be happy to see you in class next time. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Emeka, for that introduction. I really like it when I see women in FM that are doing great things. And just to encourage every other woman on this call that is there to enroll for this program, please, women tend to even do better in facilities management than men, because they have this empathy and can be able to relate customer satisfaction. So quickly, I would like to call on Engineer Kola Kobolade. Yes, Engineer Kola Kobolade would like to have your introduction now. Thank you, sir. Is Engineer Kola on the call? Okay.
I saw him coming, but I
Yes,
don't
okay.
know whether he stayed or dropped off.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay.
Can you
Hello?
speak now? Yes, you can hear you, sir.
Okay, so hi everyone. Good.
Yeah.
Hi everyone. Good evening. My name is Kolapo Bolad, and I'm happy to be here once again. And I'm sure that you've made the right choice by deciding to join Max-Migold on this facility management course or training journey. Okay, so I'm a mechanical engineer, when registered, and I've been in this field for about 15 years now. Yeah, so I think I started as a health and safety specialist in 2009, and to date, I've still been working within the engineering, health and safety and sustainability space. Currently, I work with British American Tobacco, where I oversee the engineering and the sustainability project unit for delivery across West and Central Africa. Okay, so on this course, I'll be leading you on health and safety, fire safety management, and business continuity, and of course, emergency response planning. I've been within the health and safety space across 5 different organizations, and before this role I do for British American Tobacco BAT, I was operations sustainability project manager for BAT, I was Sustainability and Climate Change Manager at PwC, that's PricewaterhouseCoopers. I'm overseeing the West Africa market share. And of course, before then, I've been Health and Safety Manager for Coca-Cola MBC, where I was overseeing the largest plant in the northern Nigeria. And of course, I've had stints, within the aviation, rotary wing aviation, helicopters to be specific, and of course at Schneider Electric and O1. What I'm bringing to the table for you guys is not just theoretical interaction. We walk the talk. We've done it before, and we're gonna do it again. All right. I will encourage us to join Max-Migold on this journey towards upskilling yourself around everything, as per the IFMA, standard. I think it is something that you will count yourself, lucky to have passed in the course of the 3 months or the about now. For me, I will ensure you get the best around health and safety. As I sit and speak, I have 5 neighbors, international qualifications around health and safety, and I would be able to bring that to the table, and squeeze that into what you need to do to be successful within the facility management space, and even beyond that, within your own organization. And it's about value adding, and I can assure you that you're gonna add value to your organization after passing through me, and of course, the rest of the facilitators, on this call. All right. You'll be learning things around business continuity, how to set both your proactive and of course reactive management strategy for business continuity, your BCP, for emergency response, and of course in terms of fire safety, prevention, protection, mitigation, suppression, whatever you think it is. All right, I'll be ensuring that we pass the right knowledge and standard, whether it's the NFPA or the NEBOSH or whatever we pass that across so that you know exactly how you need to do what to do. Some of the extras that we had, within this program is to ensure that you understand, the boss around the ESG. I've been opportuned to have led ESG within, the top 4 big consulting firm in the world, which is PwC, and of course Fortune 500 again, leading ESG deployment with BAT. So we're not here to tell you things around theory or what you read or learn in textbooks. We're here to tell you what the industry really need and how you can actually be a solution provider, a problem solver in the in the workplace today. So I welcome you on board. All right. You can connect with me on LinkedIn. My name is Kolapo Bolade. All right. Then you can see some, you can see some letters. Some letters behind my name. Don't worry. Don't be afraid. I'm still your friend, your colleague, and of course your facilitator. Kolapo Bolade. All right. So I'll be happy to meet you in class. All right. Quite time is not really my friend. I've too much to do in too little time. All right, but I will try, to make myself available and make sure that you have the right. If you are opportune to be with me in class, the visible class, please take the maximum, knowledge I bring to you to share whenever we see, and even online. I will squeeze out the time. All right, to give you the extras, online too. So please be sure that let me just assure you that you are in a safe end. All right. Everything will be fully covered. All right. I'm a trip I certified guy, so I'm a lead auditor on environment safety and quality. So there's nothing that around health and safety and sustainability. There is nothing that we bring to the table or you bring to the table that cannot be resolved. All right. Just have that confidence. All right. You've got some of the best guys in class. All right, you cannot afford to pay for some of us, individually, if not for Max-Migold or should I say my master mentor, Paul Mbami. If you may not be, I may not be able to spend 2 hours with you, if not for Max-Migold or all over me. All right. So just I won't say you're lucky, but I will not be shy away to say that you some of the best faculties available in Nigeria. We're still based in Nigeria. We've not Japan. We are still here. So some of the best Nigerian that are still in Nigeria, will be taking on this course and be sure that you'll be better than you came. So we're gonna leave you better than you joined us. All right. And thanks for your time. Thanks for attending this open session. And I will say God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Engineer Kolako, for that beautiful introduction. In fact, thank you so much. I think we should take the next discussion to when we meet you in class. Thank you so much. We mentioned earlier that for everyone who has already registered for this program, count yourself lucky. I don't say that as well, because you get the opportunity to meet with the best industry experts we have in Nigeria and even the whole of West Africa. So if you are yet to enroll, I think you heard from the horse's mouth, and I think you should be able to make your decision even right before we conclude this session. So quickly, I think we would like to have Mr. Osemudiame Owobu for his introduction now. We need to wrap up the faculty introduction.
Thank
Okay,
you.
Mr. Owobu, you can go ahead.
Yes, can you just confirm that you can hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, loud and clear.
Okay, because when you called my name earlier, I was just here talking, and then I realized that I was muted. So my name is Owobu Samudame, also for short. I would be taking human resource management and business case. As we all know, we need people to make things happen, and as facility managers, you are a huge part of that process. And it's also very important to note that having an effective facility management system starts from having the right people, and getting the right people requires hiring the right people. So you need to have that understanding, and this class is here to expose you to all of the variables that you need to understand, the process and the tools that you need to actually do what is right in this area. Again, I'll also be taking you on business case, and as facility managers, project is a huge part of what we do, and you would have to get approvals for this project. Doing this require a skill set that help you, assess rightly, put a document together that you present to whoever is to approve that. So this course is to take you through the entire process in terms of, carrying out that assessment, putting up a proposal, a business case that you present, how you present this, and everything that you basically need to understand. And I am very sure that at the end of the class, you take so much that when you go back to your various places of work, you'll be able to make a huge impact. So I cannot wait to see you in class, and I'll leave you here for now.
Thank you very much, Mr. Owobu, for that introduction. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. What we've heard from the faculty members so far, you can rest assured that in a few months' time, you also have similar testimonials impacting your career. So far, we've had testimonials from our students in the past, giving them the accomplishments they were able to make after completing this program, or even before completing the program. So I'm sure yours is not going to be an exception, provided that you have committed yourself to taking this program. You can be rest assured that whatever benefit that comes thereafter comes around the program, you will also get starting it before you complete the program. Thank you very much, Mr. Wobi, for that. Quickly, I'll call on Mr. Udo Udwang. Yes, for his introduction. Mr. Udo Udwang, over to you, sir.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to today's orientation. It's really a one privilege to be amongst the entire faculty member, also participants in this FMMC 22. My name is Uto Akudo. I'm an industrial maintenance engineer by qualification, but I practice facility management. So I'm also a facility manager, just like we all are in here. But I also specialize into QHSC, fire safety engineering, and even energy management. But specifically, I'll be joining the class as a facilitator and design, code, and commissioning. And as time goes on in the course, we'll be able to understand more about what facility management entails. That's integrating the 4 Ps, the place, the people, the process, and also the technology. So in design, build, and commissioning, it does not just involve how facilities managers deliver their job. It's more about understanding the process. And that's when we'll be integrating skills in facilities management, understanding people, time, conflicts, tasks. And that's basically what we really get in this course module. Because we're able to understand the development cycle, we'll see how we could be operationally ready on our sites. We're able to understand what really operational readiness programs, what it entails. And there's always a conflict with understanding when it comes to testing and commissioning. At times they join both terms together, but we're able to understand more about what really testing is and what commissioning is when it comes to our project deliveries. So we would really gain a lot in the program. At times, we have few people who are interested in facilities management, but the industry is growing more and more. And we need folks that are really interested to build the system. They're really interested in not just being part of the system, but adding value into the system. And this is one way, we engaging ourselves in programs, professional programs, and diploma like this. It's not about just class sessions. It's more like a business class, just like the name entails. It's a masterclass class, but now it's about business because we're bringing real-time scenarios. What's happening on our site? What are we having issues with? What are the solutions? It's be an interactive sections amongst students in class, amongst facilitators. And should you have any questions, we're always open to ask such questions. There are no questions that are foolish because the more we ask questions, the more we learn. And that is what facilities management is all about. We continue having issues on site, we continue having experience on how to manage those issues. And that's what this program is really giving everyone. And basically, I really appreciate everyone being here because of the truth is that we're going to learn practical based on what facilities management is all about. And now integrating the system itself, understanding what design, build, and commissioning is, which I'll be taking you guys. Then we're able to understand how we can improve on our sites, especially when we want to make sure that our voice should be heard. Most times when projects are being executed, facilities managers are not always in the picture. They always bring a facility team after the project has been handed over, and which is something we are trying to debunk. We are changing the narrative into a setting that facility management should be involved right from the planning stage. And that's what we are pushing for. And it's great that we are here in order for us to really gain more insights about how we can enhance our skill. There are so many people that are already in facility management. They've not undergone this training. I've met so many of them. They've spent 10, 15 years. They don't know what an asset register is. They don't know what a diesel log is. They don't know what a generator maintenance log. Believe me, they just molded up a lot of things into their system. And find it together. But this program is going to channel every source of information, every source of networking, every source of material on how we can improve our skills as facilities management. We understand the 11 core competencies of facilities management and implement those competencies on our sites. And after 3 months, and also subsequent 6 months too for our internship, then we're able to get hands-on experience on facilities management. So I also want to welcome everyone, and it's going to be a thorough and aggressive section with regards to the learning process. But we should just try to sacrifice our time, our energy, our resources so that we'll surely get the very best out of it. So thank you very much, everyone, and also everyone else.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Udo, for that introduction. Thank you so much. Really appreciate. I think we have just 2 to 3 faculty members to wrap up this session. Okay, next, I would like to call on Mrs. Faith Osai-Mekire. Over to you. Thank you.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. Is my audio good? Okay. All right, my name is Faith Ekiyo, just as I was introduced. Currently the head of corporate services on Max-Migold Limited. I have a background in biomedical engineering and also petroleum engineering. I'll be taking us on customer service and stakeholders communication. Now, this particular course is really, really important because we know that as facility managers, we deal with people. And just like we know, we'd always say that the most difficult people to manage, or the most difficult things to manage in the world is actually people. So it's important for us to understand how to communicate with our stakeholders, with our team members, with our bosses, with our clients. This really go a long way in making us achieve success in facility management. So in this course, we'll be learning why effective communication is important and critical in managing facilities. We would understand the techniques for interacting with clients, interacting with our teams, our colleagues, visitors, all stakeholders involved in facility management. We also have a full grasp of all that we need to know, methods that can ensure high quality service delivery, because service delivery is the key thing when it comes to facility management. So we need to understand the methods we need to take to be able to ensure this high quality service delivery. Students also would be able to explore feedback collections, method in which you can analyze our feedbacks, because definitely when managing facilities, it's important for us to get feedbacks from our clients, from our users, so that we can better manage facilities, we can improve and get better. So we'd understand how we can go about collecting feedbacks and how we can analyze them. We would also understand the strategies we could take to be able to ensure that stakeholders stay satisfied and we properly engage them in all that we do, so that there won't be loopholes in our service delivery. We also understand basically how to handle conflicts, because we know definitely when managing facilities, we cannot do without conflicts. These things are evident wherever we find ourselves. So it's important to understand the methods, the proper ways to go about managing conflicts and resolving problems effectively. We also understand how to maintain a customer-focused culture, because our people, the people who manage, or the stakeholders, definitely are the key reasons why we manage our facilities, and satisfying them should be our main focus. We understand how to go about driving feedback and improving our service delivery generally. A lot of things we would understand, basically how to even identify our stakeholders, knowing fully well that we have several levels of stakeholders. And sometimes we do not really understand where they fall. And it will be difficult for us to manage them if we do not really know where they fall. These are the things we'll be learning in class. And I would say to us that are currently enrolled in the program that you are not making any mistake. I would say you will say to yourself at the end of the training that you should have taken this training a very long time ago. I also use the opportunity to encourage you to invite your friends, your friends that you know or colleagues that are definitely interested in this training. This is the last batch of 2024. You can go a long way in making sure that you go through this training and entering the new year on a clean slate, fully equipped to start the new year. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Ekiyo, for that beautiful introduction. Thank you so much. Again, I need to let us know that at Max-Migold, our goal is to ensure that for every of our participants, they get a deep understanding of facilities management principles, and then you have this confidence to be able to apply them in real world scenarios. So it's not just going to be about theoretical works, all of that, but you need to engage in hands-on skills, real life projects that you will use real life scenarios as your case studies. Quickly, I think I'll be wrapping up this introduction session with engineer Fisayo and Imasha Michael. Yes, over to you, sir. I think we have just 2 minutes. 2 minutes to wrap up that. So thank you, sir.
All right. Good evening, everyone. My name is Engineer Fisayo. I work with Max-Migold as the head of business strategy and technical excellence. For the mastercraft, I'll be taking you basically 2 courses. One on facility management organization, which actually focus on the various facility management organization models and how it actually affects our career projection in terms of professional facility managers, how you can look at the various kind of model your organization is running and how you actually fit into the bigger picture. The second courses I'll be taking is on facility management technology, which I probably will be taking you through various facility management strategy when it comes to technology deployment. We'll also look into various technologies available for facility management operations. We are going to look at various software like the CAFM solution, the CMMS solution. We are going to look at the BAS, which is the building automation system. We are going to look at the BMS, which is talking about the building management system. So we are going to look at how this kind of technology actually fits into our day-to-day facility management operation. The class will be kind of interactive, where I'll be sharing some of the wealth of experience I've actually gathered in the past 10 years working in the facility management terrain, what we have seen, and how we have actually tackled some of the common problems we have actually encountered during our various years within the field. So I'm actually looking forward to meet every one of you as we dive into the various aspects of facility management concepts as we move through the program. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much, Engineer Fisaya Marshall. I think we want to wrap up the session here. Although we have one of our faculty members who is unavoidably absent, but I'm sure we'll get to meet him when we commence the program. So quickly, I think I just want to take us through the background of the Facilities Management Masterclass course. It is important that you know the curriculum, about the journey you're about to begin. In the next 3 months, you'll be undergoing rigorous training in the field of facilities management that entails both theoretical and practical aspects of facilities management. Most of the faculty members already mentioned this earlier that
hello, Baraka, are you sharing the screen?
Okay. My screen up now. Okay. So okay. Hold on now. Can you see my screen now? You can't see my screen.
No.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so okay, so it's very important that we let you know about the training details proper, so that you are fully informed and aware about the criteria involved for any facilities management diploma course. Majority of what I need to say here I've already been said, but I still need to clarify some line items so that we can have this written at the back of our mind. So for the Facilities Management Masterclass diploma course, it's a 6 to 9 months program, of which 3 months is dedicated for intensive classroom learning that entails both practical and theoretical aspects of the program, as well as networking and having series of assessments after each of the course modules. I tell students that the Facility Management Masterclass is a formal training. There are some trainings you go out there to attend. After 2 days, you earn your certificate, do all of that. But for this Facility Management Masterclass program, It is a formal training outside the tertiary institution, right? And it's a training that has been crafted for professionals or anyone who is interested in facilities management. So it is very essential that we let you know the requirements you're expected to give or deliver while you're on this program. So like I mentioned earlier that the purpose of facility management is to equip all facility managers with all of the skills and tools you need to work with as a competent manager. One of the faculty members mentioned earlier that most of the facility managers we have around today do not even know what an asset register is. This is not to be ever, but we need to let you know that when it comes to this program, we will engage on hands-on practical project work that you can use your own facility as a case study and to document whatever reports at the end of the day. I need to make this session very good so that at exactly 7 o'clock, we can wrap up this session. So for the Facility Management Masterclass course, you'll be undergoing 30 course modules, of which they've all been outlined there for you. You also have them sent to you as part of your onboarding document. You can always reference to them should in case you need. So rest assured that because of these 30 course modules, you'll be able to engage, you will have case studies, live scenarios, and be able to provide solutions to them. Okay, so our training methodology, our classes are facilitator led. So it's not just you reading slides or you're just yourself. No, you have industry experts come to you, to your class live. So even if you are joining virtually, it's still going to be as though you are in class real time. You engage with them real time as the class is ongoing. So we have practical site visits, inspections, and as well, internship opportunities for those who are new. This course, I need to also let us know that we have FMs who have over 20 years of experience who are taking this course, MDs and CEOs of FM companies, as well as even novice who are just beginning to start a career in facility management. So be rest assured that this training will provide you with all of the information you need. You can actually, you will see eventually the transition or the changes in yourself after as you progress in this program. You've had students, even before they complete the program, they come with testimonials to say, you know what, because I've been able to implement on so topic we learned in class, my MD has given me a recommendation, I've received a raise in my salary and all of that. So rest assured that this training has all of the information that will make you more competent in the field of facility management. I mentioned earlier that the course is a 6 to 9 month program, of which 3 months is dedicated for intensive class training, both practical and theory classes. So we have classes with complementary practical classes so that you're not just left alone in the abstract world. You need to be able to connect some of these things in real life cases. So for the online classes hold on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. For those who are not aware. So it depends on your work plan. There's a work allow permit you to commit a 2 hours training on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays in the week. So if your work plan permits you, you can opt for the virtual classes. But for some people, they say, you know what, I work around the clock. It's only on weekends I'm available. Then you can go for physical classes that takes place from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at our training center in the University of Lagos, main campus, Akoka. That's about the course duration. So 3 months you'll be in class. Then after the 3 months, we have a post-classroom activity, which is the hands-on project work you need to do. I said earlier that you're not just going to read and you're just doing theoretical work. No, you need to practicalize these things in real life cases. How can you document an access register for your facility?
Please continue. I've muted the person who was talking.
Okay, my sense now. Okay, so I said that already. After the 3 months intensive classroom learning, you have a 3 to 6 month post classroom activity, depending on how well you can deliver on that aspect. So, but I need to let you know that For this facility management masterclass course, there are criteria of requirements expected from you. So it's not just going to be a training that, oh, I'm just doing this training to earn the certificate. Fine, you earn the certificate. We've had in the past when students come to say, you know what, at the main mention of Max-Migold during their interview sessions, they come to tell us that at the main mention of Max-Migold, they got the job offer because they've undergone this training. Yes, so you also get all of the benefit that comes out with the training. But for you as an individual, you also need to commit and deliver diligently on whatever criteria that is set from you. So after this diploma course programs, usually 6 to 9 months, we have a certificate recognized by different professional bodies in Nigeria. Okay, we have the Oil and Gas Trainers Association of Nigeria, the NCGMB, the Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board, Center for Management Development, Nigerian Institute of Training and Development, and even the ISO 9001 2015 standard. Yes, we have been certified quality management on that as well for training purposes. So rest assured that you're getting a certification that is recognized. I also need to let you know that upon completing this program, successful participants will be awarded with the FMD credential, which can be added as a suffix to their name. So you see that this is a training you need to, put your mind into. Okay, for the code of conduct, I think we all know that there are code of conduct that people need to abide by so that no one is affected negatively. And that's why at Max-Migold we have outlined our code of conduct for participants. All of these have been outlined in our training center policy, which was sent as part of the onboarding document. But I think I just need to also let us know that we need to abide by this conduct at all times. You need to respect the privacy of other learners. You need to always switch your mobile phone while in class. You need to respect the learning of others. If you are not able to attend any class sessions, always communicate with the training department on that. Okay, I also mentioned earlier that our classes will be complemented with practical field trips or field inspections where we go out on site tours, to see how we can implement all of the strategies we are learning in class in real life cases. So how operations are even being carried out on a day-to-day basis in any facility management around us, be it commercial, property, residential, hospitals, what have you. So just rest assured that this is a training that is so rich and comprehensive for anyone looking at facility management as a choice of field. Okay, I also need to make this clear. For the facilities management diploma course, there are 4 key criteria that are involved for anyone to be able to earn the FMD credential. Like I said earlier, that this training is a formal training. So it's not just, oh, this is a training I want to go and just know. You have to dedicate, commit time to it. Like a formal training, it's a formal training outside tertiary institution. So you need to give all the requirements that come with it. There are 4 key criteria involved for this program. For every of the 30 course modules we mentioned earlier, there are assessments that come along with it. Assessment is actually there to see how your assimilation was during the class sessions. It makes you to even research more on a particular topic that was treated in class, and that way you can best assure that you're learning more. More. Excuse me. So for the assignment and assessment, I said for each of the course modules, I need to emphasize on this, assessment are tagged along. This is just to keep you engaged, you need to always revise. So it's not just, oh, I'm doing this training, I'm coming back. No, it's a formal training. And as such, you need to deliver on the requirements expected from you. After the assessment and assignment, you have the examination. There's an examination at the end of the 3-month program, which is generally 300 questions that have been selected randomly from all of the course modules, just to test your ability on how the training assimilation was. So basically, examination is not to scare you. They are simple exam questions, right? But for those who are diligent in doing the assessments, attending their classes, the exam will be a sure way for them to pass through. Okay, I also mentioned earlier that in the course of this program, you have opportunity to practicalize projects hands-on. So it's not just going to be we are writing, we are jotting down. No, you all as well need to practicalize these things real time. We look around our facilities today. Some facilities to say you not even have an asset register. You see a facility manager with years of experience, and at the main mention of asset register, you say, "What's that? I don't know that. I just work with all of the things. I have experience, but they do not have documentation in place." So, what the difference they're going to be making after completing this program is all of these, strategic, documentation to be able to put in place in your facilities. In years to come, if you can diligently generate an asset register for your organization, I can assure you that in years to come, that document will be referenced, and as such, the person who actually started this or person who has created it also be member for something. So just let's put our minds together for this program. There's a lot to learn and unlearn. So it's not. I'm not just going to make this look bulky, but I want you to see it as a new addition to your profession. I can assure you, people in the past who come to tell us that after putting all this documentation in place, I was able to earn recommendation from my bosses. These are things that would actually advance you as a facility management professional. So you'll be undergoing a 6 project topic that needs to be done at the end of the 3-month program. But however, we are going to make it work alongside the course module. So if, for instance, they are able to do the asset management course, you'll be able to generate an asset register for your organization. So that way, you are being able to implement real time on whatever you are learning during the program. Okay. So for the internship is for those who are unemployed. I need to emphasize on this. For those who are unemployed and trying to transit into facility management as a career, we suggest that they go on an internship program where they can have these hands-on skills and be able to implement on whatever they learned in the course of the program during their internship. Most internship at the end of the day result in full-time employment for our interns. So for those who are looking out for new career, the future of facility management is actually bright. If you look around us today, you'll see new buildings are coming into existence. The real estate part as well, government infrastructures, and there's need for facility managers, to manage um, the building life cycle of all these infrastructures. So that being said, about the internship for those who are unemployed, we'll be able to place them on a 6-month internship program where they'll be able to have hands-on skills experience in facilities management. Okay, I think the grading is just to let you know that for this program, at the end of the day, well, whatever inputs you are putting in each of the requirements for you, it goes a long way to distinguish whatever certification you're coming out with. It is going to be a distinction, a merit, or a pass. So it is very important that we let you know what is ahead. For our distinction marks, 75% and above, you have distinction in facilities management diploma, then merit 70% and above, then pass 65 years and above, and below rather for the pass credential. So I need to also let you know that for each of the class sessions, there are marks attached to it. So it means that for the 30 courses, attendance weighs about 10% out of the 100%. So just imagine that by mere attending classes real time and being punctual, you can earn yourself 10% of the mark. Like I also need to let you know the assessment as well. That's the assignment that will begin at the end of each of the class sessions carries 30%. Then your examination carries 60% to make 100. Furthermore, we have the project, that's the project that we have to commence after your 3-month training, going over 100% as well. So for each of the project topics in the project work, they have been weighted, I think, as outlined here. have the asset register with 15%, the facility condition assessment with 25, HSC with 10, emergency preparedness and business continuity plan with 25%, preventive maintenance plan 15%, budgeting and planning 10%. All of this, needs to be communicated so that students can prepare their minds of the journey ahead. So that they're not like, I'm not aware. You need to know now so that you can make commitments. And I can assure you that whatever effort, whatever effort you put in this program, you will see the result at the end of the day. Many are out there who have taken this training before and how this training has actually, advanced them higher in the field of facilities management. Okay, I think I mentioned this earlier that we have the diploma distinction, the merit. So what I like to encourage students about is that you aim for distinction, right? So that whatever circumstances or whatever challenges that comes thereafter, you can still fall between merit so that you don't go low. Because if you aim for merit, you might actually get down to pass. It's just distinction merit pass. So, but when you aim for distinction, you can, if at all there's any challenge or any constraint, you can always still fall within merit. So it is very important that you put in all of the hard work for you to earn all these requirements. Okay, so also let us know that for some people, we've had MDs and CEOs of companies attend this training, and we've even had people over 60 years of age come for this training, and they come to say, we are here for the knowledge, we do not need the certificate, okay? So in those cases, participants like that might not be required to meet all of those requirements. But for anyone who is still in the field of advancing their career, need to earn the FMD credential. And that's why you need to meet all of these 4 criteria. For a certificate of training, you might not need to do the project, and we'll issue a certificate of training for you. For certificate of attendance, you might not need to even do the projects, you might not need to pass all the minimum requirements expected of you, and we'll issue you a certificate of attendance. But I'm very positive that everyone here today that have enrolled for this course have it at back of that mind that they want to earn the facility management diploma credential, which like I mentioned earlier, will be added as a suffix after you must have completed okay, so after the 3-month training, rigorous training that entails both practical and theoretical classes, you also have opportunities to network with industry experts, mentorship, and the likes. We have the alumni association as well, with over 800 participants or alumni that have taken this training so far. So having to add you to the alumni professional means after the 3-month training, the learning process also even continues from there. You're not just going to be left alone after the 3-month training. The learning then continues. Our learning management system portal, you have access to it for a lifetime, provided that you have signed the non-disclosure agreement form. And so when it comes to learning, I can assure you that you have it here at the tips of your fingers. So for the alumni professional body, alumni registration fee is just 10,000 naira. An annual membership of 10,000, which covers the cost of maintaining the alumni database and all of those alumni services. So for the graduation comes up in December, that's at the end of the year. Usually the FM diploma course holds 3 times in a year. The one that is starting today, or the one that I started today, is the concluding batch for the year 2024. So for those who are yet to enroll, I really want to urge you to make the decision now, because by December, awarding the diploma certificate for another batch of professionals. So don't be left out. You need to make a decision like right now and get started with the program. So I think that's about that. Yes, that's that about that. At this junction, I want to take us through the learning management system portal. I mentioned that already. The learning management system portal gives you access to the course materials, basically all the resources you'll be needing in the course of this program, be it your course materials, be able to submit the assessments, refer to any video recording or any class recording you missed. You'll be able to give feedback on how your experience was about a particular course so that we can take that for improvement. Whatever resources, name it, you'll be able to access it on the learning management system portal. And that is why we have made it compulsory for you all to create a profile on the LMS portal. So quickly, I'll be showing us how to access the learning management system portal. Okay. I believe you all have, those who have been enrolled, who have been onboarded into the program, I believe you all have the URL link to log in already. So once you click on the URL link, I expect it to bring you to this page. Okay. So, but that's it.
Yes, your slide is not moving.
Okay. Okay.
Your slide is okay now.
Okay, so
yeah.
Okay, so the learning management system portal gives you access to all the resources you'll be needing in this program. So you need to familiarize yourself with this platform because I said that on a day-to-day basis you visit the site to be able to download your lecture notes of this assessment. Basically, even the learning management system portal will be able to track and monitor your progress in the course of this program. So if, for instance, a student has not visited the site for a week or for 2 days or 3 days, we at the training department will be able to monitor that and be able to see how well we are engaging with the portal. So once you click on the URL link that has been sent to us, please you need to bookmark that or save that in your browser so that you can always have it accessible at your fingertips when you need to log in. So for those who are new, you need to create an account, you create your profile. For those who already have their login credentials, you just need to log in, okay? So for those who do not have an account, what you need to do is just click on create new account. Once you click on create new account, you follow the step-by-step guide and be able to create your account. And then should in case there's any challenge or any interruption, you can feel free to reach out to us or send an email to training@maxigo.com. So basically, I'll be using the student details. I'll input the username and the password. Also, I need to let you know that the entries here are very case sensitive. So if, for instance, you have registered with lowercase, ensure that you are signing in with lowercase. If your password is in lowercase, uppercase, special characters, numbers, numerical, you need to input it in that format that you have because if it's not in that format, I'm not sure you'll be able to access the portal. So I'm using student profile. So once you get, this is the home page. This is what it looks like. So we have over thousands of courses here on the learning management portal. But for you who are enrolled for the facilities management masterclass program, we are concerned with the facilities management masterclass diploma course. So just navigate towards the bottom of this page. You see available courses. So click on the facilities management masterclass diploma. And if you have been enrolled, granted access, this is what your course overview page will look like. You have access to all the 30 course modules that you will be engaging with in the program. Okay, so I'll be using our very first course as an example here, which is the FM Foundation course that we held on Wednesday. Yes, our first course will be on FM Foundation. So for each of the course modules, there are usually 4 headers. Okay, so for each of our course modules, there are 4 tabs that are always attached to it. And each of these tabs have its own specifications. We have the lecture notes, which is usually the first tab. Then the second one is the assessment tab, which gives you permission to upload your submission, and then the feedback survey form where you'll be able to give feedback about your experience in class. We track that feedback so that areas that need improvement or intervention can be attended to. And then you have the lecture recording. So for your lecture notes, once you click on the, you identify the course module you are looking out for. For instance, our FM Foundation course is the very first one here. Once you click on the FM Foundation lecture notes, uh, you see the what's it called, the slide pop up. So what you need to do is you can save it in your folder, save it, you can save it in whatever statements you have, okay? So save it, just keep it in the folder for offline purposes, because if you are not online and you do not have your lecture note downloaded offline, you might not be able to access it. So you can always save it and keep in the folder for future reference. So that's that about that. You'll be able to download. For your assessment, the assessment is just once you click your assessment, the assessment tab, you click on add submission, you'll be able to upload your files. Upload the file, you choose the file you want to upload. Okay, so whatever you have, you'll be able to upload it the way you have it. Okay, and then upload this file. Okay,
The file naming convention, please talk about that. It's very important.
I don't understand.
How to name your files.
Okay, yes, also very important that, okay, I'm going to talk about that as well. For the assessment, that's about the assessment. Once you download your lecture notes, the lecture notes, usually in the PDF format. The last page of the PDF file has the assessment. The last page of the PDF file always carries the assessment. So all you need to do is just copy out this assessment and paste on the Word document, a blank Word document, and attempt in that order, okay? So once you are done attempting this, you save it as your name. It's very important that you save as your name and the course title. So if your name is Adamulemu FM Foundation, you save it in that format and upload in your FM Foundation assessment tab. You need to name properly, okay? And for your assessment submissions, there are criteria that are also required. You need to, be prompt while you're submitting your assessment, and as well put into consideration all of these questions that have been outlined for you. That's that about that. You can always, okay, that's for the assessment. For the lecture feedback, it's very important that you give feedback after each of the class session. It's very important for us to improve. So please always take out time. I think 1 minute, 2 minutes should be done with the feedback form. Just give your honest review about the class session so that you can document that as we go. Then for the lecture recording, I said, if for instance, if you miss any class, you also have the video recording available for you. But that will be, like I said, it's going to be available for a lifetime, and that is for only those who have, met requirements for the program and have also completed their non-disclosure agreement form. I need to emphasize on that. Non-disclosure agreement form gives you access to the learning management system portal for a lifetime. So you have access to it even after you have completed the program. I think that captures that about the learning management system. I don't know if you have any questions. So at the end, during the course of the program as well, you can be monitoring and tracking your process. You'll be able to check your grades. Once you come here, you see all your grades. You see all your grades highlighted here. This participant has not, done anything so far. So, but as you upload your assessment submission to be evaluated, and you'll be seeing feedbacks on the grade dashboard. I think that captures all that we need to know. So I don't know if you have any questions. We have 6 minutes now to go. I think we can take questions now. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Are we all still there? Let's allow you to be able to, yes, you can unmute, raise your hand first, using the raise hand feature on the Zoom, and then you'll be acknowledged to ask your question. If we do that, we'll be orderly in the process.
Okay, thank you so much for that. I also wanted to mention that for students that are already enrolled, they can drop their introduction in the group. I'm not sure we'll be able to add that during this session, but they can just drop their name, their background, and their location, your city to be precise. Yes. You can have that done in the classroom. Thank you. Okay.
So we have Mr. Eric. We have, so let's start with Mr. Eric. Go with your question. There's a question on the chat, Mr. Dadashew. I hope we can have this guidance part of the orientation in the written document. Yes, if you have signed up for the program, you have an email that includes your orientation guide. Okay. OOA, what's your name, please? You can type your question on the chat as well. Mr. Eric, if you can speak, you can unmute now and ask a question.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead. Yes, we hear you.
What's the duration of today's meeting?
The meeting is planned for 5 to 7 p.m.
Okay, go ahead.
But it might overstretch a little bit because the questions and answers we're entering now. Mr. Lemu, Adamu, go ahead with your question.
Good evening.
Hello. Sorry, please confirm if you can hear me. I was trying to unmute before.
Okay, wait, just hold on, we can hear you, but let's Mr. Adamu finish his own.
Good evening, the faculty. It's a pleasure to be here, and I'm hoping that I will derive all the benefits that Baraka did mention. What I will want to clarify is the 6 months orientation. Is it 6 months? Yeah, classes. Is it practical? Something like that. Internship.
Projects,
yeah, internship.
projecting or internship. Okay,
Yes,
go ahead.
please. Can you just shed more light on that?
Okay,
The
good.
3 months
good.
training. After the 3 months training, after the exams, you are issued with a certificate. Then you go for 6 months internship. Please just clarify, please. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Adamu, for that. When you finish the 3-month class work and you do the exam and you pass, you've earned yourself the certificate of training, not the diploma. There is a set of 6 projects. She showed them during the slide deck. She's going to share with all of those who are already enrolled, and it's also part of the orientation documentation. Each of those projects, you're going to do a live asset register, a condition assessment project. You're going to do a maintenance program project. You're going to do a budgeting for FM operations project. You're going to do a health and safety project, and then you're going to do a risk management, emergency preparedness, and business continuity project. There are 6 projects that are key to your being able to deliver all that you've been taught in those 3 months. You have to use a real life facility, a property, a building where you work, where you have access to, in any capacity, and you're going to document and deliver that consulting output for running that facility. So that's how the 6 project works. You can do it within 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or maximum 6 months. So 3 months in class and maximum 6 months for the 6 projects. If you are too slow, in 6 months, you should be done with the 6 projects. If you are fast enough, in 1 month, you should be done with the 6 projects, right? So that is what transforms what you have earned from a certificate of training to a diploma in facility management. So that's the structure of the program. Now, during that period of doing the project, some people are actually in this program unemployed, trying to transition from another facility management. So when they come in here and they want to do those projects, they will need to do it in a formal job setting. They're not already working in a facility management position, right?
So they are the ones that will go in for an internship. So they will come up with options of facilities where they want to apply. We'll give them letters to take to those organizations to present to them what they have learned, the project they want to deploy for the client organization, and then they will be employed as interns. If while they are doing that, we also have their profiles. We create profiles for all those who are going for internship, and we now share those profiles with companies that always come to us to look for interns because there are always internship vacancies on an ongoing basis. So we now, pair you with these organizations after they've done their proper due diligence and interviews to see that you're suitable for the organization. They bring you in not for salary, not for just to add experience to your CV. So if you don't already have any FM experience and you don't have a facility management job at the moment, then you go for the internship. If you already have an FM experience and you don't need an internship, all you need to do is find a property, a site, an estate that you can use for your project, and you deliver your project because you already have experience. So the internship is for those people who are completely blank of any FM experience to have an opportunity to add an experience to their CV. And to make it why it's not just 6 months you spent in working in any organization as an intern. It's 6 months you spent in that organization working to deliver A, B, C, D, E, F projects. So that's the difference between the project for those who have experience and the project for those who are fresh and transitioning into the FM industry. Did I answer your question?
Yes, thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much. All right, we had another question from can you please tell us your name? You simply signed into this session as something.
Oh, okay. Good afternoon, Mr. Paul. Good afternoon to everyone on the call. So my name is Oluwashola Adeyinka. So I don't know if you can hear me. Please confirm.
Yes, we hear you very well. Is your video faulty? You can get your video up.
Okay, it's not faulty. Let me try if I can on my video back.
While he's doing that, there are a few ground rules in the class. When the class starts, every day we come to a virtual class. At the first 15 minutes, we all turn on our videos and have a conversation around our work experiences, the lessons we learned from the last session, questions and answers. It's a live face-to-face session. The way I'm looking at you, the other side, you'll be looking at me to talk. That video session is compulsory. You don't have the option of not turning on your video, or you remove from the class for that first 15 minutes. So we don't want people in this class that are under their duvet, eating food, remove their shirts and then walking in the bus or driving the car. This is a formal program. You have to be at 5 o'clock. You have to be on a desk with your pen and paper ready to learn. We don't want any half measure, because the only way we have been able to maintain the quality of our program from when we started till now is that we make people understand that it's a disciplined program, it's a formal program, and you do not have the option of not learning when you are in the program. You don't have the option of being at work, answering things. That's why we put it at 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock, switch off from everything else you are doing, please, and sit in for the program. So people will tell me, oh, they want to be driving home, they're in a bus. You cannot do that on this program. You'll be absent for that day. Now, if for any reason you have to be in an emergency situation and you want to be able to listen into the class, you send an email to the training manager to say, for today's class or tomorrow's class that is coming, I will be ABC and I will be listening only. In that case, you don't get the privilege to talk. You cannot ask a question. You cannot answer any comment in the class if you are given a listen-only approval. Okay, please, let's be sure of this so that we don't trivialize the program, because if we allow you to trivialize the program, we'll begin to end up with people who go for interviews after taking the program and they'll be talking rubbish. People will say, are you the one that trained these people? We cannot do that, right? Or people who will do things the way they used to do it, that the class does not have any impact in them because they were never there. They were never there. They just mark register, and then end it up, fail the exam, and start acting as if the world is against them. We don't want that. It's better we maintain a disciplined approach so that the few who can do the proper work that's required to get through this program will be the ones that we want, because that's where excellence comes in. Okay.
So I needed to just clear that up because I won't have to be spending time begging you to turn on your videos. Know now that it's compulsory. First 15 minutes, we have a discussion, videos are on. Last 15 minutes, we have a discussion, videos are on. During the 90 minutes that the facilitator is teaching, we don't talk. We don't interrupt him. We take notes. So we talk at the beginning of the class 15 minutes, we talk at the end of the class 15 minutes, and then we leave a 90 minutes window for the facilitator to make his presentation and then come back to conversation. All right, go ahead with your, I'm sure your video is up now.
Okay, so thank you so much, Mr. Paul. But I'm in a dark environment, so that's why I'm unable to on my.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, exempted
So
for today.
yeah, so thank you so much. So I'm Oluwashola Adenka by name. So for the assessment, so must it be in Word document, or we can also write, scan, and also save on the learning profile?
No, you cannot write and scan. It's either Word or PDF. Save as, the naming convention is very straightforward. The course name, your name. So if you do a course in FM fundamentals or stakeholder management, that's your name, and the course name must be in the title of the assessment, right? And then you will upload it after you have typed it, type all the answers out, you upload it into the relevant section. You cannot write in a paper and scan it into the system, please. You have to type it out. You have 10 questions for every course that you're going to do, all 30 courses you're going to do. For the field trips where we go to visit a site to do a tour, you're going to write a one-page learning highlight and upload it in place of an assessment for that outing that we go. It's compulsory for everybody. And for every session that we take, you have till the next session to submit your assessment. You cannot pile it up. You can't pile it up. You cannot miss out. Say we take a session on Wednesday. I'll be taking the first session on Wednesday, for example. Before I come to class again on Friday to take the next session, you have done the assessment for Wednesday's class, the 10 questions. So instead of just shutting out your system the moment you finish a class, you look at the 10 questions that came with that class and you quickly put down your answers to them, you upload it in the system so that you don't stack them or pile them up. If you pile them up, you'll miss out on the benefits of what this program has been structured to give you. It's been structured in such a way that you're supposed to learn. First of all, you're supposed to read in advance. That's why your content has been loaded into a portal that you've been shown how to use. You read in advance, you come to class, you discuss, you learn, and then at the end of the class, you relearn by doing the assessment. So those are all learning reinforcements. So your exam preparation is just going to be mild. You don't have to struggle too much to pass your exam when it gets to that time, because you've done the proper structure we've dictated or prescribed. Vivian.
Okay, good evening, Mr. Paul. Good evening, everyone. My name is Vivian Abba. First off, I would like to say thank you for this introductory session. It's been really knowledgeable. I've got to I think I have an experience of what to expect, and I'm looking forward to the forthcoming classes and all of that. I would request that all of this information, is it possible to get them in a Word document or PDF?
Yes,
the
your
manual.
normal onboarding document is detailed enough. All the information is in your onboarding
Okay.
document. But we beg you to
Okay.
please read it. We
Okay.
send you about 4 or 5 documents, and there's a form, an NDA. There is you are supposed to submit a copy of your CV, the way it is when you came into the program. You're supposed to submit a headshot, a clear picture of yourself. You're supposed to read through the onboarding document or the student manual, as it were. Please read through it so that if you have questions, you put the questions on the group for review. Do not ignore those, because it leads to back and forth every time we have to talk about something that we've already given to you in the document. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And then this session we have recorded. It is available on YouTube. It's available on all our social platforms. But all the other sessions that have to do with the class itself that you pay all these hundreds of thousands for, they will not be available publicly. They'll be available only in your learning portal. Okay? Kenny. Kenny, it's your turn.
Yeah, good evening, sir, Mr. Paul. Yeah, good evening, House. Yeah, my name is Kenny Edwin. I'm really grateful for this opportunity, which I just opportunity to be. Actually, when I attended the celebration of my friend, Mr. Henry, I was intrigued. I was moved by what he has accomplished. So I was moved to be part of this family. And I want to ask, based on the assessment, when I log into my portal, let me call it intranet, are we going to submit our assignment through that means, or how?
Yes. You see, every course has where to submit assignments, where to submit your put in your survey, where everything is there, course by course, all set up in the system.
All right, thank you very much. So, sorry, it can be in document or in Google document form.
Yes, it can be in Google document form. Google Doc, Word, PDF. Yes, it can be in any of those formats, but not picture.
All right, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. All right, thanks, Kenny. I think that's the last question. Barakat.
We have some questions in chat box.
Chat box, okay. So
somebody is asking, is there room for installment payment?
Installment payment, yes. You can pay in 2 installments. You can pay in 3 installments. You can pay in 6 installments. You have 3 options: 2, 3, or 6 installments. Okay. But our installment system is set up on a direct debit basis. So once you finish paying, we set you up on the system and we forget it. The system takes the money from anywhere you have money. You don't have to remember to pay. You don't have the option of not paying if you have money in any bank account in Nigeria, because the system tracks your banks by BVN. So the installment payment is very foolproof. Okay. In the past, we've had people run away with 10 million or more, taking the training and with no intention of paying. But now you will not be in Nigeria if you don't intend to pay. Once you signed up and the system is set up, anywhere money enters into your alert, even if it's 5,000 naira to be drawn until it's completed. So be ready to be willing to pay your installments if you are signing up for installments. Next question, please.
Somebody is asking, how can we, the online students, participate in the practical session?
Yes. So for those who are on the virtual program, who can come on the Saturday session, they are free to attend the physical field trip. So even if you didn't pay for a physical class that happens every Saturday, whenever we're going to any facility, you are part of it. It's open for everybody. And even at that, we have people who are in other cities and other parts of the world who will not be able to come to Nigeria to come and attend that trip. We make sure we do it live. So while the session is ongoing, we hold on to a live recording and people are able to join anywhere in the world live, okay?
Okay, thank you, sir. Somebody is asking again, what's the total cost for each candidate? The platform is okay for e-learning. So interesting. That's Mr. Jacob. Can you expand more on the question?
Come again. What's the question? It says?
So I'm not getting it as well. It's saying, what is the total cost for each candidate? The platform is okay for e-learning. So interesting.
Okay. Yes. So whether you pay for physical or virtual, you have access to the e-learning portal, right? That's free for everybody. Now, if you pay for the virtual, you attend class Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 5 to 7 p.m. by Zoom. You don't come to physical class on Saturday because there's jollof rice and spaghetti involved and turkey involved in the Saturday session. And then we also have facilitators. You rub minds with face-to-face and friends you will make if you come to the physical class. So that's why that one is a little bit more expensive, right? But all sessions done in the virtual classes are open to all those who come to the physical. So if you pay for the physical, you can attend all virtual sessions, like double reinforcement for you. Plus, everyone is recorded. So even if you miss a virtual class, you come to the physical one, you enjoy the interactions, you still have the recording of the virtual class to participate in. In terms of fees, physical class is 750,000, virtual class is 550,000. But if you pay full now, that 550,000, you'll be able to get 30% off it if you pay and join now. So 30% straight off it if you pay and join now. But please, if you are taking any of the installment option, whether half 3 months or 6 months. You don't add any discount to it. You pay the full 550 or 750 plus the 15,000 registration fee when you are doing installment. So there's nothing like I took the interest. I mean, I took the discount, then I paid part of the discounted amount. It doesn't work like that. Okay, so if you are taking the full payment this month of September, we're starting the main class on Wednesday, pay less 30% full, okay? If the September gets to the end, it will be less 20%. But by the end of September, we are no longer admitting into this class. We will now be paying into the next class starting in January. And you can pay up little by little till January if you've not paid up for this class by the end of September, okay? Emeka? Emeka, are you there?
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Mr. Paul.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me. And it's a great opportunity for me to be here. And I'm hoping for the learning classes to be easy for me. So please, I want to clarify for some things in terms of, because my network was bad when you were answering that question. In terms of the 15-minute video that you're talking about, that we need to open, we need to show our faces in that time, in that duration. What someone like me, before the time started, before this 5 p.m., I was on transit to work. So if I'm on transit to work and I cannot do that video, just like as you were saying, what should I do in that aspect? And my second question is, for someone like me that is already working, I want to transit from where I am now to FM. Do I still need to go for that, not internship, but there's something you use there, but I can't.
The project,
so I need,
yeah. The project, yes.
Yes.
Okay. So for the first one, you know you're going to be transiting. Just send an email, get approval to be on listen-only mode for the class, please. You get an approval immediately, you send it. And during the session, you won't interrupt the class. You will not talking. You will not make any comments, okay? Because you're supposed to schedule to be in class, like you're going to school. Okay, so it's a desktop thing, not a lying in a sofa or lying in a bed or something, doing something else and sweating through. No, that's not it. Now, for the internship, if you are transitioning from one role, still working, you don't want to leave your job, go and do an internship. All you need to do is request permission from your organization to use your facility to do your project. Once they see the value of what your projects are bringing to the organization, they will definitely approve it for you. So you can use your facility for your project. So I've seen heads of security, I've seen people who are in hospitality, in catering, use their buildings with the approval of their management to deliver on those projects while they are still working at security, okay?
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you, Odili. Praise, go ahead.
Okay, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Please, I want to ask, thank you for the introduction and orientation thus far. I want to ask, what's the value of the certification after all this program is done? Is it recognized internationally and all? So I want to know.
Okay, good point. Max-Migold training is accredited by the Oil and Gas Trainers Association. It's an OCTAN accredited certificate. It is recognized by the federal government through the Center for Management and Development, CND. So those are the two prestigious certification accreditation bodies for training in Nigeria. In addition to that, the body of alumni from the FM Mastercraft Diploma, they now form the core of FM managers across key organizations in Nigeria. As you engage with us, you will see a list of almost 200 companies where people who have gone through this program are the ones managing. And having this qualification has become a requirement for being shortlisted by more than 80% of companies now to become shortlisted for facility management opportunities, especially entry-level opportunities that you find in the market. We also have a lot of verifications coming in from international bodies, employers overseas, for us to verify that people who came through our academy have shown them our certificates and want to see whether these certificates were actually from us. We even verify certificates that we issue for free during the 1 day or 2 days free training certification. People get jobs with them. So Max-Migold is now one of the top 5 international organizations for FM training globally. So when it comes to FM training in the world, once you take out the International Facility Management Association, IFMA, the next thing you'll be hearing is Max-Migold. So it's not just a Nigerian thing. We've had people train from across Africa, from the Middle East, and from Europe and US as well.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, Baraka, I think we can wrap up and then see all of you in class on Wednesday. I will do a proper introduction of myself on Wednesday. So please, there's not been enough time for me to. If I start talking about myself today, this session would probably take us to midnight. So let's patiently wait till you meet with me on Wednesday in class, and then you can meet me properly. Okay.
There's one question from Mr. Adam.
Okay, go ahead.
Saying, please, how soon can one start the LMS classes? Will it be after normal class, so one can just add to?
No, you can start. So once you got your login sorted out, the first trimester of the course is open. So the first 1 month of courses is open, right? So you can enter those ones and walk through those ones. After that, we'll open the next trimester and on like that, okay? So yes, LMS is already open for those who are onboarded. If you are fully onboarded, you sent us your NDA form and you've done all the requirements, of course, go ahead and start studying, okay? I've talked about total fee. Somebody likes the jollof rice idea, right? Okay, so I hope I'll see all of you in class on Wednesday, okay? All right, bye. Thank you, Baraka. Thank you, everyone, for today's session. It's been awesome. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, you like that quote? He's saying, "Happy birthday, President Nelson," and then we say, "Happy birthday." See it again.
Good evening, class. Please, does anyone reside in Abeokuta precisely for this course? Maybe we could link up, please. I'd love to hear. Hello.